Hey guys, it's this face, this idiot again. Why am I here? Why am I posting a video? I don't know, I just felt like it. And what am I going to talk about? Well, first of all, I'm going to talk about some video game stuff because I haven't thought about or talked about video games in a really, really long time. And I just kind of felt itchy, like I needed to just talk about it, right? Because it's something I, you know, sort of passionate about, I guess, at one time in my life or another. But it's weird because sometimes you just get itchy. You want to talk about it and I got the itch. Why do I have the itch? Well, like everybody else, I'm very, very excited about this November and the NEO-GEO AES Plus. As an owner of and I'll have to show you I'm legit here, I have to prove it, of an original AES with baseball stars in there, memory card, what have you. This thing's getting old, it's getting clunky. I've got an old universe bios in here. It's not great, folks. And so I want to preserve this as long as I can, but just to have a new one with modern amenities and most importantly affordable cartridges, I'm pumped. But it gets me thinking about the NEO-GEO CD and how collectible that is and some of the harder to find games. It's weird because on the NEO-GEO CD, some of the most difficult games to get a hold of, especially English copies, are some of those earlier first generation NEO-GEO titles. So, for example, like World Heroes 1, right? English copy. I don't know if they just didn't make many of these. I don't know if it was just like a low print run because at the time this would have come out, this would have been, considered old. I think like World Heroes Perfect would have been the latest version you would have wanted to get at home. So yeah, these are really hard to get a hold of. But there's a company, a hobbyist project called Project Retro Games, and I've been buying from them for a long time. And they make really, really fantastic, almost identical reproductions. And I morally and ethically have no problem with this whatsoever. I think the video game industry has been far behind when it comes to this kind of stuff, much like the record industry. It's like, if I want to go buy, an old Beatles album, I can do it. Is it the original? No, but I can do it. I can play it on a real record player. And that's why I'm so pumped about the AES Plus, because I've been such an advocate for these games being accessible and playable in the way they were meant to be played. So I'm perusing Project Retro Games, feeling very itchy about the NEO-GEO AES Plus coming out, and so I thought, let's pick up some CD games. So I picked up a few. One of them wound up shipping late, and the nice fellow who runs the site, I talked to him on Instagram. He said, yeah, I'm going to ship the other one that you ordered separately, which was Neo Drift Out, a top-down racing game. Very difficult, very fun, and very quotable, as a lot of the NEO-GEO games are. And I was looking on the website, and I was like, hang on a second, because initially he put this up, and then it was sold out, and then he put it up again. I think he said he was only going to make like 10 or 20 copies. And I was like, all right, you got me. You got me. And I ordered one, and I said, okay, when you send Neo Drift Out, send this to me. And he did. It's fantastic. I think we're gonna see. I like half opened it and I was like, I should make a video. Check this out, everybody. This is Mortal Kombat 2, the fan port for the 3DO. Now, obviously, this didn't come out in 94, 95, 96. This is a fan project and a very, very good one. Everybody who has talked about this has said that it's fantastic, that it's like almost like a brand new game, ported from scratch, no weird loading times, just phenomenal stuff. And to get a physical copy in a real box, fantastic. So if you're curious about what's inside here, we'll find out together. Now you can definitely tell just by the sheen and the shine that this is certainly a fan-made box. It doesn't really feel like a real 3DO game, but that's okay. It is the size of a real 3DO game, and I guess that's what counts. That's what matters, right? But let's see what the disc looks like. That's what I'm really curious about. Is there going to be a manual or anything like that? Oh my God, look at that. I was expecting just kind of a loose CD. This is fantastic. And a barcode, which I don't know. We should scan it and see what happens. Just beautiful stuff. Look at the disc here. Just fantastic. It's a real pressed disc, by the way. This isn't a CDR. This was pressed in a factory, which is unbelievable. The disc looks better than the outside packaging. Let's take a look at this manual. I mean, this looks like a real retail release. So much so that the Acclaim logo was put on there, just for fun, I guess. Cool. So this is good. I like to see this because this is the 3DO controller that I have. I don't have one of the fancy 6-button ones that was released to play Street Fighter. Oh, look at that beautiful John Tobias art. Fantastic. Oh, it's got all the fatalities listed in here. I'm also told or read that this game has a lot of Easter eggs. You gotta love a notes section. A lot of Easter eggs and things like that that they added that were not in the original. So, for example, like the little Dan Forden toasty head, I think it's Trip Hawkins in this, which I'm amused by. I'm not going to do any gameplay footage because obviously I'm just shooting this on my phone, and you don't want to see gameplay footage anyway. There's much better footage than I could provide for you. Number one, because I have that Panasonic front-loading CD that doesn't have like RGB output. I'm just going to run S-Video into my RetroTink and put some fake scan lines on it and hope it looks okay. Should hook it up to this old CRT here. Maybe I'll do that if it winds up looking like garbage, which it probably will. Not to the fault of these guys, but just because I have the crappy model of 3DO. So, Project Retro Games, check them out. They're fantastic. The quality is unbelievable. I might as well just go ahead and open up Neo Drift out here while I'm at it. Again, are they completely undetectable from real retail releases? No, of course not. You know, there are markings on here that indicate, look at that, that it's a reproduction game. But I mean, again, these are pressed in a factory. These aren't, these are not CDRs or made in someone's basement. Yeah, I believe on the outer edge. Yeah, Neo Retro Box. I believe they're an affiliate, or they're another company that I've seen do reproductions that are very good. Yeah, and you've got your manuals in here, and most importantly, I think too, if you're a NEO-GEO CD collector, are spine cards, like really authentic looking and very nice looking spine cards. So check them out. Great guys. Love dealing with them. Love talking to them on Instagram. I keep kind of wish listing them a little bit, right? I'll send them messages on Instagram every once in a while, like, all right, when we get in baseball stars, when we get in Neo Turf Masters. We're not allowed to call it that anymore. You have to call it big tournament golf, right? I don't know. So I got some plastic to throw away here. Good stuff. To the like 2 people that probably watch videos that I post, I hope you're all doing okay. I'm hanging in there. It's been a tough year. It's been a really, really tough year. I've been just in a weird funk. And if you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. And that's okay. We're gonna try to lift our spirits by playing some Mortal Kombat 2 on the 3DO with a crappy picture quality and less than ideal button configuration. But that's okay. It's gonna be cool. Thank you for watching. Thank you, Project Retro Games, for doing the Lord's work in this community. We love you, and I will continue to support you, and you should support them too. Thank you very much. Have a blessed evening. Bye-bye.